Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I will be reviewing and comparing one of the hottest bags of the year, of last year as well, the It bag from Chanel, the so-called Chanel Kelly bag, but the official name is actually the Chanel top handle shopping bag. So I have both sizes in my collection. The nano, this is actually part of the small leather goods, and I have the actual bag. It does exist in a size bigger as well. They released a bigger size of this one with the fall winter collection last year, 23K. I don't think they released any of the larger sizes with the current 24P, the pre-spring summer collection, but yes, it exists in a larger size as well. So if you're thinking which size to go for, I'm gonna give you the pros and cons, my personal recommendation since I have both of them. And don't forget to come follow me on my Instagram, which you can see here on the screen. I show you my latest purchases, how I style them, my daily outfits on my stories, so come say hi, I would love to see you there as well. So let's start with the clutch with chain. This is the official name on the Chanel website. This is the one I got last year. It is part of the 23K collection and it is in this beautiful powdery pink, baby pink color. So I'm looking at my phone to tell you the exact price. Currently this one in leather retails for £2,490. The exact same one in Tweed is 2,390, so £100 cheaper. Tweed is always a bit cheaper than leather. Let's compare the prices. So this is the actual handbag. As I said, the other one was in the small leather goods department. This is an actual bag, and this one currently retails, the mini shopping bag, this is the official name, retails in Tweed for £3,480. It also comes in aged calfskin leather, and the leather version is £3,690, so a bit more expensive again. Let's cover the basics first. So the dimensions, exact dimensions, again I'm referring to the website, that's why I'm looking at my phone. In inches, 3.3 by 4.9 by 1.6, and in centimeters, 8.3 by 12.5 by 4 centimeters. So as you can see, it is pretty tiny. Compared to the actual bag, the exact dimensions, again referring to the website, in inches, 5.1 by 7.5 by 2.8, and in centimeters, 13 centimeters by 19 centimeters by 7. So here are the two bags again, side by side. As you can see, pretty big difference. This one has tiny little top handles, so I can only hold it like this. I cannot put my hand through it and wear it on the crook of my arm. This one has, as you can see, a bigger space, so I can comfortably wear it on the crook of my arm, which in my opinion is a plus. Both of them also have long chain straps. I personally find the length of the strap to be perfect on me. It's very comfortable, and both bags are very lightweight. Even the larger one in leather, bear in mind it will be a bit heavier than in tweed, but still it is a very lightweight bag. It won't be heavy at all when you crossbody it. But both of them I think sit really comfortably, and they're both a good length. However, the straps are not removable, so I know many people probably won't like that, but you can easily tuck them in. However, if you tuck the chain inside the little one, you won't be left with much space inside to put other stuff. So bear that in mind, and if you are on the petite side, you might actually find the strap quite long. I will also quickly insert a clip and compare these two sizes to some of the classics from Chanel that I think most people would have in their collection. So if you're considering getting this bag, it will be helpful to see them next to each other. I think the closest one to the Kelly bag is the Coco handle, so I will put them side by side for you to see. But also another one that is not Chanel, and do let me know, because I didn't want to talk about it in this video, I can film a separate video about it, but I think another bag that is Almost identical to this one is the Classic Lady Dior. I think the sizes, as you can see, very similar, almost identical sizes. Both bags have chains and stop handles, so do let me know if you want a comparison between these two bags. These are actually seasonal, but I believe they will become a classic seasonal bags, so they won't be part of their classics. We all know which are the classic Chanel bags: the Chanel 2.55, the double classic flaps, the 19, the boy bag, and so on. These, however, I believe will be part of their seasonal classics, which are the Coco handle, the mini rectangles with the top handle. These are all bags that they bring every other season in different colors, and they are considered seasonal classics. So these both have very classic features. The quilted pattern, so it does give this timeless look to the bag. The overall look and shape of the bag is a bit old school, because this is actually a vintage style that they re-released and they made it look a bit more modern. They updated the design a little bit. I'll insert a picture of the original vintage Chanel Kelly bag. As you can see, it didn't have the same quilted pattern. It was in either smooth leather or like grained leather. I believe it also exists in like cloth like fabrics. So they have definitely updated the design, and they have added a chain. I believe the old version from the 80s, 90s does not have a long crossbody chain. I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure, because I have seen some of them in person as well. But they do look very similar, as you can see. I have heard many people saying they do prefer the look of the vintage one, and before they re-released this one, actually they were selling so cheap on pre-loved websites. You could find a vintage style for about £2,000. I've seen some of them in excellent condition. Now, as soon as they brought this style back, the prices skyrocketed. They are so expensive currently, the vintage ones, but also these ones, they resell for crazy premiums. I personally wouldn't pay that hefty price tag, and I'll just try and get one from the store, although getting one brand new from the store could be quite tricky because these are very difficult to get hold of. But I wouldn't pay that premium price. It's just not worth it, guys. I will tell you why in a bit, but I would just try and get one from the store. Especially now that we know this bag will be available with some of the upcoming collections, I think many people will have the chance to find this one from the store. Some of the other features of this bag, the hardware is, actually I just realized the sticker is still on because this bag I bought recently and I can't believe I forgot to remove the sticker, because stickers actually annoy me so much. So let me actually remove it right now. This bag comes in aged gold hardware, which also gives it a bit more vintage vibes, and this is actually one of my favorite hardware finishes from Chanel because it's very yellow gold, which I love. I don't think champagne hardware would suit this bag as much because it is an older design from Chanel. I think they made the right decision to stick with the aged gold hardware. I think it looks so fab. Also, another thing that might bother some people, this bag doesn't have any feet, and sometimes, especially this one, the mini one, sometimes it doesn't really stay in an upright position. Sometimes it falls, especially if it's very full, because the bottom is not very flat, I would say. I also find the aged calfskin leather very hard wearing. I personally love aged calfskin. It does look a bit wrinkly, but I do like the look of it. It's definitely a lot more durable than lambskin leather, and I love the like shinier look. Like the finish of the leather is a bit more shiny, and it doesn't really scratch easily. So actually, if you compare this small leather good, the nano size, to the small bag. You can see a big difference in the shape. You can see the bag is a lot more structured, doesn't have as much wrinkling on it. The shape overall looks better. I know the shape of these tiny babies bugs a lot of people, and there are so many comments on social media. Even on my video when I unboxed this one, some people commented that they don't really like the shape of this size. They prefer the shape of the actual bag because it looks better. But I guess it is a bit trickier to, I don't know, because it's so tiny, I guess it could be a bit trickier to make it very structured and like with a perfect shape. Yeah, I'm happy with the overall shape of my one because I have seen some that look very off, and some of them I've seen a bit crooked as well. So if you go to a Chanel store, if you're not happy with the shape of the tiny little bag, I would say skip. You can definitely find one that looks a bit more structured. Now the wrinkles on the leather are a bit more visible, especially around the handles, and I did want to quickly talk about the handles and the practicality of these bags. So they do have a twist closure, however they are a bit tricky to open and close because the flap goes between the handles. Can you guys see? You'd have to lift it and you have to actually push it so it can go through the handles, and then you have to spread the two little handles, and that's where you can see the wrinkling there. So I'm not sure how much more wrinkly the leather will become in a couple of years because of use. Also, another thing to bear in mind, especially for the leather versions, I'm not sure if the handles will also deform over time because they are quite flexible, as you can see. So I'm not sure from all the stretching to like in order to get into the bag, I don't know if they will deform over time. And then as you can see, to close it again, you have to put it through the handles, so it is a bit tough to open and close, but at least on the tweed one you don't see any wrinkles. So I think that's another reason I actually prefer the tweed. I like the look of it, plus you won't see as much wear and wrinkling of the leather around the handles. So if that's something that will bother you in time, maybe consider getting it in another finish. What fits inside the bag, you may ask? Well, this tiny little baby does not fit anything. It is not very practical, but it is a great day to evening bag. Also, this one is actually, both of them I would say are great day to evening bags, but bear in mind this tiny little baby does not fit much. It works for me because I don't really carry a lot with me anyway. I only need my keys, a few cards. A card holder doesn't fit in here, bear that in mind. A flat card holder does not fit, so I usually take the cards out and put them in the bag. Then I take a lip gloss, a tiny little compact mirror, and that's it pretty much. Compared to the small bag, and bear in mind this is also the smallest size, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, it does exist in larger sizes. This one fits decent amount, so I do find this to be very practical, great everyday bag, but also evening bag. It does look very preppy and you can easily dress it up, so to me it is such a great style of bag. So now quickly to conclude this video, what do I think of this bag? My general thoughts: is it worth buying? Yes, in my opinion, but only if you can get it from the store. I know many people probably won't go for this size because I agree it is actually a lot of money for what it is and it's not very practical. So I would say if you are contemplating between one of these two, go for the larger size. I actually think the price from the store is pretty good. Also, Chanel, as many of you know, they keep their value. So even in a couple of years, I don't think, because of the constant price increases, I don't think you will lose if you decide to sell this bag. If you buy it now and resell it straight away, you can get double. I don't think this will hold its value as well as this one. But also keep in mind, it really depends on the color, how popular the color is, the finish of the leather, the tweed. Some bags in certain colorways are always more popular and you might be able to resell them for more. Considering the current Chanel prices, it is actually really difficult to find a bag from Chanel in leather or tweed for under £4,000. And this one is under £4,000, especially in tweed. It's actually under £3,500, which is, I mean, amazing for Chanel, considering the small leather goods and how much some of their small leather goods cost. Some of them actually cost more than this actual bag. I've spoken about this many times in my review videos. When I review the small leather goods section, I'm always shocked to see the prices of their wallets on chain, for example, that have top handle, or some of their vanities. They are so overpriced. And some of them, as I said, are even more expensive than this actual bag. So to me, I think if you can get it from the store, either in leather or tweed, or it doesn't actually matter what finish, whatever you like, I think it is definitely worth it. I was actually very surprised when I found out the price. It really surprised me because I thought it will be a lot more. But also bear in mind, the quality of this bag is not amazing. It's not like top quality. It's definitely not as good as, let's say, the Coco handle. I actually find the Coco handle to be made better. It feels a bit more luxurious. You know, the design of these is quite simple and there isn't much hardware on them. There isn't much detail, you know. So to me, they do feel a bit more plain, a bit more simple compared to some of their other classic seasonal bags. The craftsmanship of the trendy, of the Coco handle, as I mentioned, because they are some of the classic seasonal bags, the craftsmanship feels much better than these. Maybe hence the lower price point on these bags. Alright guys, that's all. I really hope this video was informative and helped you decide which one of these to go for. I would personally recommend this size because I think it is definitely worth the money. Considering the current prices and compared to other bags, I think this one is classic and timeless enough. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you have any of these? Which one did you pick and why? I think it will be also very helpful to put that in the comments. And yeah, again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!